To a brand new day here on HSN, and it is, of course, Mr. Andrew Lessman, Your Vitamins, our #1 selling, most highly reviewed brand ever here on the network. And with Valentine's Day already in the rearview mirror, time just keeps marching on. It seems to never stop, and sometimes it's hard to keep up, especially if we're not as agile as we used to be. Well, the man that truly never stops, Mr. Andrew Lessman, joins us tonight with our first today's special. Andrew, it's great to be with you.
Always a pleasure, Adam. Yes, it never stops. And out here in Southern California, it's been quite a crazy time these last few weeks.
Well, there's always something happening, and when we're distracted with all the craziness, sometimes we ignore ourselves, and we are truly the ones that suffer when we do.
And I think that's what you hear a great deal in the news. We get so captivated by the news, and the news is intentionally very captivating. And unfortunately, the more we get captivated by it, the more we find ourselves scrolling, the more we find ourselves just watching the news endlessly. We end up neglecting ourselves. And what hopefully this hour will be all about you and all about learning as much as you can, because what I always say, the clearest science when it comes to our health isn't about any specific magical ingredient. That's despite other companies trying to tell you they have magical ingredients. The most important thing you do for your health is just educate yourself, stimulate your curiosity. And the more curious you become, the more you learn, the more you'll embrace new things, the more you'll try new things, but try things that are going to be substantiated, supported by the science. And that's what we'll do in this hour. We'll talk about a few things, talk about our joints, talk about parts of our body that can truly affect the quality of our lives. And as we get older, none of us are going to be exempt. Our joints start talking to us, some of us at quite an early age, and they continue talking to us probably a bit more loudly and convincingly as we get older. We end up saying as we get older, if I would have known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. And what we're talking about here with glucosamine, with chondroitin, ingredients that I introduced 46 years ago, and undenatured type 2 collagen, which you can add to my glucosamine and chondroitin for a fraction of their normal price, the world's best undenatured UC2, undenatured type 2 collagen. But you get the most established, the most proven ingredients, natural ingredients in terms of joint health. I'll read you quotes from medical journals that talk about doctors, that they should talk to doctors, telling them they should educate their patients that the first line of defense for joint health is glucosamine. It needs to be in the sulfate form. Unfortunately, most glucosamine is in the cheaper hydrochloride form, which doesn't deliver the same benefits. So if you want a product that has been time tested, my product has evolved over 46 years. I'm not aware of any company around today that introduced its first glucosamine and chondroitin product more than 45 years ago as I did. We were not a follower, we were a leader in terms of this, and we've always remained a leader in terms of the quality of the ingredient and the efficacy of the ingredient, and that's why the reviews on this product are almost perfect reviews.
Well, I follow the leader where Andrew's involved, and I can tell you I'm not the only one, with thousands of reviews and people that say, I feel the difference every day. That youthful elasticity, that flexibility is there. I want to show you the pricing. It is one of our great today's specials, and for today we have the best value, the best pricing of the entire year. 100, 300, 600, or the specialty 900 capsules. That's where the pricing will be when the today's special is over, and that's where the pricing is. This is the bulk powder option, which we all love that Andrew does. You can mix that in with your yogurt, maybe smoothies or oatmeal. A lot of folks love to do that. Again, there's the pricing there. Huge savings, all on FlexPay and free shipping and handling. And then, of course, there's the option with the UC2. Just a little bit different, but Andrew, look at the savings. The 900 capsules is down from $309 and change to $169.
And if I'm not mistaken, whether you choose 900 capsules, which if you take 5 capsules per day is a 6-month supply. Many folks take 2 or 3 capsules a day, and it ends up being almost a year, either side of a year's supply. So when you add the UC2, which alone, a 6-month supply of this dosage of UC2 should be more like $100 or more. I think you'd have to check. I think it's about a $40 or a $50 difference. I think it's a $40 difference in the powder on the largest largest size. That's correct. So if you'd be getting the 180 capsules, 180 days of powder, or 900 capsules, that's 180 days of capsules, it's a $40 difference. So again, if you get it without UC2, it's going to be a $30 difference when you get the powder. So however you go, the savings is dramatic. We do this day once a year where we make more than 10 million capsules of this product, far more. And it's an opportunity to save. We can most efficiently purchase the raw materials, most efficiently make the product. And the savings we deliver today is something we do once per year. And again, if you want to get glucosamine and chondroitin from a company that's been doing it longer than anyone else, a company that can be trusted, and again, 90+% of the glucosamine and chondroitin that you'll see on the market, it's made by contract manufacturers. Most vitamin companies are just shells. They're not really vitamin companies. They're just marketing companies. They don't make anything. We make everything. And this is a product that we've made. This is a product that we've transformed the market with how we've gone about making it, from only using the sulfate form, from even our chondroitin having no sodium, being a calcium form of chondroitin, because we don't need more sodium. Even if we don't have hypertension, eat more sodium on your food if that's going to be your choice. You don't need it in a dietary supplement. So again, if you want the most proven, the most established path to supporting your joint health, it's glucosamine and chondroitin. We'll talk about turmeric in a moment. And as compelling as the science is on turmeric, it still is behind glucosamine and chondroitin. A monthly special we have are collagen peptides. We've been doing collagen peptides longer than anyone else. Our collagen peptides have to still take a back seat to the science on glucosamine and chondroitin. I have a chart here that talks about the science on glucosamine and chondroitin. And even if you look at something like aspirin, I believe there's more studies, maybe times 5 or 10, and when it comes to glucosamine and chondroitin in joint health, than aspirin and its implications for joint health. So needless to say, a well-established ingredient, and we deliver it in a form that will never upset your stomach, ultrafine powder, either in capsules or a bulk powder that you can now add with a smoothie or oatmeal or oat bran or yogurt, whatever you choose.
There's a lot of great today's specials that we're going to be presenting, which is why with only 7 minutes left, I encourage you, if you want to get in first, you obviously have the pick of all the great value sizes tonight. A lot of the things that Andrew just said really struck me. One of the things Andrew just said was that most vitamin companies don't make anything, yet we make everything. That matters. The quality, the consistency, the integrity, the credibility that Andrew Lessman and ProCaps brings is the very greatest in the industry. You cannot buy better. And when it comes to a product like this, you want to buy the finest, validated by science and the research, a product that Andrew introduced over 40 years ago. And Andrew, it is a product where we can talk all night long, but somebody has to try it to really start to understand the potential benefits.
Right, as I often say, when, especially I'll say this to my mom, when the bottle is a bottle of something that she wanted to try is sitting on the counter and it hasn't been opened, I love to tell her, you know, it's amazing. The product works much better when you actually take it. But being serious here, I won't say that. I'll say that to my mom, not anyone else. But that's a prerogative that a son has to talk to their mom, because that's what she used to say to me when I was a child. But when we look at a product like this, especially what's great about HSN, you can't do this at your supermarket or discount store. If you don't like the product, and 30 days is ample time to see if it works or not, you get to send it back. And if there's ever going to be a glucosamine and chondroitin product that will make a difference in your life, this is going to be it. I have no problem saying that these ingredients have been scientifically established. In creating this product, we make the product, we follow the science. When you go out on social media, it seems like everyone and their brother right now is talking about a new magical ingredient to do in this and that, and they're all just contract manufactured. They're shadow companies that they're marketing companies, and they're doing great things, really pretty social media, but they haven't manufactured a supplement in their life. So again, we are different. Our approach is different. And what I also wanted to do is we could talk about my product, but I think it's also important to dwell a little bit on the science. So even if you don't get my product, find the best glucosamine chondroitin in a capsule, in a powder, the sulfate form that you can, so at least you have the greatest opportunity to get the benefits. But if we look at the chart here to my right, these are going to be straight out of medical journals. Journal of the American Medical Association, an esteemed body. Clinical trials of glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate preparations in supporting joint health have demonstrated moderate to large beneficial effects. I think most of us would be happy to minimal to moderate, not moderate to large. Both glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate have been proven to be safe and effective in supporting the health of the joints. There's no worry of side effects, although recently there's been good research saying that it supports heart health as well. From the Journal of Family Practice, a combination of glucosamine and chondroitin should be considered viable first-line joint nutrients, joint support nutrients. Be sure to tell patients, this is a journal for doctors, to purchase glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine hydrochloride. In all of my years, 46 years, we have only used glucosamine sulfate. It was only about 15 or 20 years ago that other folks jumped on the bandwagon. We've been doing this for 46 years. From current rheumatology reports, chondroitin sulfate has been shown to support joint structure. Chondroitin sulfate is a major component of connective tissue, including cartilage, bone, skin, ligaments, and tendons. So it's blood vessels, joint tissue. Glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate have been consistently shown to support the health of the joints, consistently. Chondroitin sulfate is effective in supporting the health of the joints on its own. However, it has also been shown to enhance glucosamine sulfate's joint support benefits. I have dozens of charts. A combination of glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate is synergistic because each possesses overlapping and unique functions for supporting the health of the joints and connective tissue. As I could keep going on here. This is the British Medical Journal in a National Health and Nutrition Examination. This is your home country. Regular use of glucosamine sulfate was associated with a statistically significant benefit to C-reactive protein concentrations, which is important for heart health. Habitual use of glucosamine supplement to relieve joint discomfort might also be related to maintaining healthy cardiovascular function. So that's a side effect of this wonderful ingredient. A recent study suggested that glucosamines had long-term structure-modifying effects, and that's what a lot of the research has shown, that when you actually look at x-rays, radiographs, when you look at the joint structure itself, you actually see the difference that these molecules make in structure. And again, as we know, function and structure are intimately related. So if you modify structure in a positive way, you benefit function in a positive way.
If you'd like to order two options tonight, obviously with our glucosamine and chondroitin, that's the regular pricing that you see in this column right here. If you order with the today's special, the savings are huge, and that's why they only happen once a year. It's the economies of scale. Andrew brings it to us with more availability, more quantity, and really a sensational saving to be had. Up to 900 capsules, or the bulk powder is available, FlexPay, and of course, free shipping and handling. I will tell you, the best seller is going to be the glucosamine chondroitin with UC2, which is the additional layer of support that Andrew mentioned. And again, same quantities, a slightly different price, but Andrew, very popular, the option with the UC2.
Well, I would not consider taking glucosamine chondroitin without UC2. Of course you can. It's a little bit more affordable. We make the UC2 very affordable. But UC2 has a different mechanism. Glucosamine and chondroitin are structural, functional, very easy to understand. UC2 plays a different role. It's kind of an immunomodulating role that your immune system actually plays a role in breaking down and maintaining joint tissue. And UC2 exerts a positive effect on how that immunomodulatory system functions, stimulating the synthesis of cartilage, stimulating the repair and maintenance of cartilage. So what you have is you have the structural molecules, the building blocks in terms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Then you have UC2 more or less stimulating in favor of an equilibrium of maintenance and repair and rebuilding of that cartilage. And that's a wonderful benefit of the two together. I think we're going to run out of time, but I'm just going to read some reviews really fast. Miracle vitamin supplement. I got Andrew Lessmans Glucosamine 1500 with Chondroitin 1200 from my 53-year-old husband who has been turning wrenches as an auto mechanic all his life. His body's experienced wear and tear over the years. He's not easily impressed by anything until taking this vitamin supplement. After taking this, his back, knees, shoulders, hands, ankles, and joints feel better. I'm grateful. From Angie in Illinois. Should have listened to Andrew long ago. I finally decided to try these after many, many years of using a popular drugstore brand. Most of them are in tablets, hard to digest, upset your stomach. They were somewhat helpful, but never like Andrew's are. After taking these for a short time, I can truthfully say they are remarkable. I notice more comfort than I have in years. I've started my hubby on these as well. I'm hopeful these are helping ease his back since he does not complain as much. I have happy knees. From Teddy in Texas. And one last one, Miracle Worker. I think it's the second one that said Miracle. This formula is great. It has helped me so much. I've discomfort in my left hip. It has really helped to ease the intensity by supporting the cartilage in my hips, back, and anywhere there is a need. I have more ease of movement with this formula. I was amazed at how it has helped me a couple of weeks after taking it. I suppose it would depend on the degree of need for the time it would take to help. I've recommended to friends who have ordered it already. But if we look at the top lines here, best on the market. Thank you, Andrew. Very pleased. Amazing product. I mean, it is a 21 customer of this product.
Wow.
21 year. You don't take it for 21 years unless it makes a difference. And it says, I don't honestly know what a joint issue feels like. They're 65 because I've never had one. After 21 years, starting at age 44 to age 65. It's an amazing product. It's not amazing because I make it. It's amazing because glucosamine and chondroitin have the structural role in our joint tissue, and if we deliver them to our body in the proper form, they can perform remarkable things on our behalf.
You know, they say information is power, and it's true. The more we know, the more educated decisions we can make. Thank you for all your orders on glucosamine and chondroitin. We're going to take that idea of information and show